Hello friends and welcome to my Caribbean kitchen. My name is Geera. I am so glad you're here. Here is an absolutely soul-satisfying and tasty chicken recipe using no curry powder that saves me time and time again when I need to get dinner on the table in less than 20 minutes. If you need this in your life, then let's start cooking. First, we'll rinse the meat with the juice of a lime or lemon and pat dry. You can use chicken breast or chicken thighs for this recipe, or bone-in chicken. And now we'll slice it. You can slice it as thick. We'll just remove this extra fat, if you wish, to keep it lean. And cut it as large or as small as you like. Or as thick or as thin. And today I'm using about 2 pounds of boneless chicken breast. Next, I'll season the chicken with 2 tablespoons of cumin powder. I like roasted cumin powder. About 2 to 4 tablespoons of green seasoning, and I'll leave the link to my green seasoning recipe below or above. Also, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons of salt or less, hot pepper chopped, 1 onion chopped, and 2 tablespoons of ground or minced garlic. Now we'll give it a good stir, and if you had time, you could marinate this for an hour or 2 or overnight in the refrigerator. All up to you. It's important to really mix it well to get all those spices and seasonings evenly incorporated throughout the chicken. I'll start by adding 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. Next I'll add some chopped onion, hot pepper, I'll cook this for 1 to 2 minutes until the edges become golden brown. Now I'll add the seasoned chicken. Raise the heat to high and give it a good stir. Now is a good time to gauge whether there is enough cumin powder in your dish, and it looks a little light, so that means that we'll be adding a little more cumin powder in a couple of minutes. We'll now cover it and allow it to cook for about 5 minutes on high heat. It's been cooking for 5 minutes, and since this is chicken cutlets, it's going to cook much quicker than bone-in chicken. And you see there's more turmeric at this point than Geera, so I'm going to get the Geera out and I'm going to add more. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon. So this is 3 tablespoons so far. I think we'll add 1 more. Because this is Geera chicken we're making. I'll give it another stir. And if you're thinking that this needs more cumin powder, by all means, my friend, go ahead and add more. It's all a matter of personal preference and what works for you and your family. And as you can see, stirring is the secret in this dish. You gotta stir it to combine all those flavors and to allow it to bounger in that oil over a period of time. To give it a taste. It tastes really yummy. I'll also add some achar masala. And this looks very similar to Geera. If you need a link to purchase this product, I'll leave it below in the description box. But it's still a very flavorful, unique spice. This is what we add to curry duck and sometimes curry goat as well. So I'll add a tablespoon. Add according to your liking. And if you only had access to roasted cumin powder and no turmeric or achar masala, this recipe would still work just as well without those ingredients. It smells really fragrant right now. Very delicious. We want the liquid from the chicken to evaporate, because this is supposed to be a dry dish. Very flavorful, very spicy with a lot of garlic. As I said before, bone-in chicken will take much longer, so keep that in mind. I'm going to reduce the heat to low and cut some scallion and culantro to finish it off with. This is some culantro that I have chopped up, and I'll just add it. It will add some freshness and brightness in flavor and in color to the dish. I'm also adding 2 very small chopped scallions, green onions, or chives as they call it in Trinidad. And now I'll give it a stir and give it a final taste. It's dry, which means that the juices have been relinquished and evaporated. There's a nice dark color, which means that there's a pronounced cumin flavor in there. We added a hint of turmeric, just as a bonus, which will give it the bright yellow color. Now we'll give it a final taste for salt, pepper, or spices. Perfect. I only added 2 teaspoons of salt, and it seems to be adequate so far. I'm going to raise the heat to high to give it one last minute of frying in the oil, just to bring out the flavors. Can you smell this, my friends? It smells absolutely ridiculously delicious. Let me know below if you're willing to try this recipe, or if this is something you think that your family will love. The great thing about this recipe is that I always have chicken cutlets in the freezer, portioned out in a 2-pound bag, and I always have roasted cumin powder and chopped culantro in the freezer, which makes my life so much easier. And you can certainly add more chopped pepper, hot pepper to the top, but this is for my husband's lunch and he does not enjoy spicy food, so I'm going to leave it like this. But if you were making it for cutters, for a party, or a social gathering, or a line, you can add a lot of pepper at this point to make it very, very spicy. And my mouth is watering just thinking about it. So this has been cooking for a total of 10 to 15 minutes, and that's all that is required. You don't want to overcook it if you're using boneless chicken breast or chicken breast on the whole. You don't want to overcook it, or else it's going to be very dry. So this is just perfect right now. 15 minutes to have lunch on the table for your family or your husband or your loved ones or yourself. No drama. Drama-free cooking. Nothing as tasty or as delicious as this. Absolutely perfect. I'll take off the stove, and that's it. It's done. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you would like to support my channel and if you'd like to see it grow, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Until next time, bye bye.